No one will be happy if they lose their business. But unfortunately, in the case of the Hausa Fulani herdsmen that have taken the whole nation and other people's property, they've taken other people's pastures, their farm produce, and they've made it theirs as they feed all of these to their cattle. This is not the first time that disaster will actually strike, and this is nature in which no one can be blamed for this. You cannot actually hold on to people for certain activities or actions. Now it's the raining season in certain parts of Nigeria and generally in Nigeria, but there is this thing called thunderstorm, thunder, lightning, or whatever name you want to call it. It struck some cattle in the southwestern part of Nigeria in Ondo State. Right now, another one has happened not too far from Ondo State. It happened in Osun State, and I think more of this is definitely going to come. Some might see this as esoteric. They might see this as a spiritual thing that they cannot actually relate to. While some might say this is just this is just natural disaster. It's got nothing. It has no connotation. We cannot link this to anything spiritual. The last time thunder struck in Ondo State, they said the thunder struck on a hill that is sacred to that land, sacred to the king of that land, and they said no one goes in there. But the Hausa Fulani decided to go in there, not minding what would become of them. Unfortunately, they were not killed. I'm using the word unfortunately because if they decided to go in there and they were struck by this lightning, who knows what would have happened to them. But unfortunately, it is the cattle that has been killed, not them. Some Fulani herdsmen at Akbala Farm in Iba community, Ifelodun area office, Osun State, have suffered setback on Saturday as lightning killed 19 of their cows, and they said a lot of their sheep were also killed. We don't know how many this is. The Eburu of Iba, Oba Adekunle Okunoye, the traditional ruler of Iba, confirmed this report, and they definitely will come there to check, and they will realize that there is no foul play. It is nature, and there is nothing they will do about it. And as you know, the Hausa Fulani, they will say, Allah gives, Allah takes. The leader of the Fulani community in Iba, Jimo Bala, said the incident was a natural occurrence. According to him, the people of Iba have over the years been living harmoniously with Fulani natives living in our domain, and this will not cause any disaffection. That is what he said. Of course, what's going to happen anyway? You can't blame thunder for killing your cattle. If you will not keep them in a ranch secured during rainy season, you have a place of protection for them. That's how it's done in countries where things work. The death of the cows belonging to the Fulani cattle rearers living among us was a natural occurrence occasioned by a thunder that struck in the town. The community, in collaboration with the leadership of the Fulani community, are on top of the situation, he said. The Eburu in council has directed the owners of the cows to burn them to avoid epidemic in the town. As you know, the last time thunder struck in Ondo State, these Fulani herdsmen, in collaboration with probably some Hausa Fulani that are involved in suya and selling of beef, and maybe, who knows, maybe there are some criminal or stupid people from the southwest too that might want to buy from them. Anyway, the story busted out. Police arrested them because they were about to sell these animals, these cattle that died from this thunderstruck. And you know what it is? They did not bleed. Who knows what is wrong? And they've been dead. They've been swelling, and they decide to sell the beef to suspecting people out there. The community is in peace, and our people live peacefully with all non-indigenous, including the Fulanis. That is what they have to say. Well, who knows? There is a possibility that this might be a spiritual kind of attack, like they try to strike at them, since they know that they will not listen to them if they ask them. So why don't you reduce their cattle from one point to the other? But then let us look at it naturally. Let's look at it naturally without the spiritual aspect of it. These particular areas where cattle are being struck by thunder, these locations are very higher than the sea level. I mean, they are mountains and rocks, and these are where these Hausa Fulani take their cattle to. And there is always a possibility that thunder, when it strikes, the lightning will always hit the surface area that is kind of more closer to it. So it's possible that these things will happen this way. This is a lesson. If only this Hausa Fulani will learn from this and look at videos. Most of them have mobile phones, at least China mobile phones, and they have they are elites that are educated. Some of them travel abroad. They have their children there. I would have expected them to have called these people and show them certain videos and clips and teach them how to have a ranch in the huge Zambisa forest. Rather than giving that place opportunity for tourists to take over, they can as well settle a huge, cattle ranch there, a huge cattle colony that will be the biggest in Africa. A huge cattle colony will be there, and they can stay there with their friends, their cousins, their families, and whatever from Niger. As long as they are, registered in Nigeria, they can use Sambisa Forest. From what I heard, Sambisa Forest is bigger than, I think, one European country. I can't remember presently if it's Netherlands or one of those places. So if it's as big as that, why can't these Hausa Fulani go over there to Sambisa Forest and settle there? If they need water for their cattle, you need water. It's very easy. All they have to do is to do some form of irrigation and do some. They will be able to get all of this. They should forget about this global warming and the issue of water being, scarcity of water around the world and all of that. They can actually look for scientific ways of solving this. After all, they claim that they found crude oil in the northeastern part of Nigeria. So if there can be oil in a desert, in a barren land, as they claim, then I think water is the least that they can. And they claim that they have the biggest land mass. So why can't they settle? Why encroach on the smaller southern part of Nigeria? That's the problem here. Yes, someone said the gods are very angry indeed. The gods should also strike the earthmen and serve as warning to others, so that their cattle, since they take cattle to be more valuable, so the gods should undo the herdsmen and leave the cattle. This can be normal again. Why always cows? Is there something in a gathering of cows that attract lightning? That's what someone is asking. But I've given the possible explanation because of the high rise of this mountain. It's closer, and there's a possibility, since it's rainy season, there's a possibility of this happening right there. And yes, someone said vengeance for the many killings and maiming of innocent men, women, and particularly kids by the sick, bloodthirsty marauders. Well, maybe it's possible. I wouldn't know if this is law of karma, but killing of cows, you cannot use that to pay for the lives of humans that are lost. Cows and human beings are not in the same level, but for them, they claim that their cows is very important. Vengeance for the killings. Yeah, someone say it's like the herdsmen get thunder proof. Every time thunder go kill innocent cows while the herders are safe. Well, I don't know how this is done. Maybe they sleep in between their cows. I don't know how this thing is done. Yes, someone say for the discerning one, this is no longer a natural occurrence. If you know, you know. So I don't know if this is true. Anyway, yes, someone said the lightning should visit Ama Hausa in Imo State. Yes, someone said Fulani are quite dumb to think violence in one way. Another person says it's like the earth. Okay, so someone says so says the Fulani Earthman supporter. Fulani are quite dumb to think violence is one way. Another one say hate speech from thunder. The outcome of hate speech will be thunderous. People with low IQ are the initiators of hate speech. All right, if the Earthman died, there will be complications in the story. So it's best they stay alive to recount what happened and avoid bloodshed. The gods are wise. This is what someone here has to say as regard this. Someone say seems that the Oba was in a rush to give statements like this should have come from the elders, not the Oba. Someone here say may Allah answer your prayers and bring your friend partner. All right, okay, let's leave that. I think that's about something else. Yes, someone say we need to petition whoever is in control of Thunder Southwest Zone. I think this is just to mock them. So guys, that is what it is. Thunder, it seems to be the like I say, a lot of businesses suffer setbacks since these people want free water. They want to encroach other people's farms, and they feel that Nigeria is a free place for everyone to move. That doesn't mean that you can just wake up and knock the door of Aso Rock. You cannot even get close to that place. But there, it is still in Nigeria, yet you cannot go there. So it's the same thing with other people's private properties and businesses. You just cannot muscle on people, and that is what they are doing right now. Thunder is actually slaughtering and answering the, kind of responding to the kind of stupidity that this Hausa Fulani have decided to portray. If you're not part of this channel, simply tap on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell. That will automatically make you a member of this channel, and you will definitely get alerts whenever our videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.